Hello everyone. Uh, Today we are going to uh, do the part 2 of accessing Google BigQuery data from Microsoft Excel. This demo will cover how to write your own custom queries and provide it to Simba driver through Excel and get the data, and it's also going to show how in the same worksheet you can have multiple queries and prepare a report, and finally how to save the Excel, and then when you reopen it, how to refresh the data and get the new data every time. So that's what we are going to see in this demo. And before we delve into the demo, here is a quick commercial. Again, my friend Eric Brown and I have written the book Learning Google BigQuery. This is now available in Amazon and Barnes & Nobles and other major retailers. So I recommend you to highly read this book so that these tutorials makes much more sense to you and also help you on your job. This book covers not just BigQuery, also other services associated with Google Cloud that can integrate with BigQuery. So all the best reading the book, and post your reviews on Amazon and other sites. And let's get started with the demo. Okay, let's get started. The first step is I'm going to copy these two tables that is present right here in this data set and to the BigQuery to Excel data set. So just click on it, click on this arrow and say copy table, and then choose my project, BigQuery to Excel, and change my table name. Then I'm going to do the same for the other. Copy table, this one, BigQuery to Excel, and this. Okay, so now we have two new tables in the data set. This one has around 15 million rows, okay, and it's 2.27 GB, so it's going to, we are going to incur some billing here. And then this one is 9.8 million, so this should be good. So the next is I will show an option where you can paste your custom BigQuery SQL instead of the auto-generated one through Simba. There is no direct way to do it. There is a workaround in this driver, and also this driver has some bugs related to standard SQL as well and few interfaces. So I will show a few bugs. I hope they will fix it soon and we can use it. So let's go to the query. The query that I'm going to execute is this one, and yeah, it is returned from cache. I'm using standard SQL, not legacy, and I'm doing an aggregation on my new table. So just to make sure, so this is the query. It should return month-wise total values for a few columns. That's all it is. So let's go to Excel, get data, other sources, Microsoft query, click on Google BigQuery, click OK, and then choose user authentication, sign in. So it gave me a copy of a code, so I have to take this and paste it in confirmation, and then it will do refresh. And in the project again, I'm going to choose this, and this is where the most important option is. I'm going to switch to legacy this time. Okay, and this UI itself has some bugs. I'm trying to understand, or maybe it's some feature that I don't. If I click legacy, if you click standard, it does not allow large results, so I have to find out why. If you click legacy and this option is enabled, but when you check it, it's not allowing you to save it. So yeah, I think it requires this name. Let's say I think I found that out. So temp and then temporary 10. Yeah, so it requires these two fields. So if you are running against large data sets, okay, so that's the thing. It was not intuitive for me. If you want to, if your query is going to return huge number of rows, you can choose allow large results and then enter data set name for this, and then temporary table expiration time. I think it is going to create some kind of a temp table when it does. So we'll find out in the later session how this driver works. So for now I'm going to keep it. Let's say I will give it as generously as 30 seconds just in case for large results. Click OK. Now let's go here, and I'm going to use a dummy table, so don't worry. So, and then we are going to get an error because this one is not able to form, I think, the correct query in legacy or something. Yes, so it cannot form correct SQL. There's a bug in this, so I'm going to click on this and show you what it did, and then okay, I'm going to choose this. Yes, okay, and then click on SQL, and you can see here they missed actually the project name. That's the problem. Okay, and it has a dart, but it didn't have a project name. So maybe some settings or something has to be changed. But let's not worry about that. So I'm going to paste the code that we have right here. Let's run. This is going to run against some 15 million rows, but again it is cached. Okay, so just a small thing. So let's go back to the query editor and paste it. And here we are, okay, with the query. And let's try our luck. I have it in legacy, fully qualified with project name, dataset name, table name, and everything. Click OK. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's okay. This is fine. The next step should return the data. Okay, yay, it worked. Okay, so we are now ready. And then you can even save your queries if you want to. So this is like trip summary 2014. So you can save it wherever you want. Okay, this is a dummy save I'm doing. And then the next step is you have to click this icon. Only then it will give this data to Excel. Okay, so return data. So I'm going to click on this, and it says this, so I click it, and you can see it's executing the query in the background, and now we have the data. So we are good. So now let's save this file. Okay, and I'm going to go back and modify, delete all the records for this month. Okay, and then come back and do right click and refresh and see what happens. Okay, so let's go to BigQuery. Okay, in BigQuery, yeah, so this is the delete query that I'm going to execute to delete trips in 2014 for December. And delete option is allowed only in standard, so you have to uncheck this legacy and this, and delete requires a where condition. Okay, so I'm going to pick the same that we used where year month is equal to this, and let's run this and see what happens. So let's run it. Okay, so ideally it should delete these many rows, 1, 6, 4, 5, 7, 7, 8. Okay, see. Yeah, and the table has 15 million rows in it, so just be patient, and then once it's done we should be okay. So yes, the operation is completed. It took 51.2 seconds. Okay, and then exactly these many rows were deleted, and again it won't show any results other than these for delete query. So now let's see what happens when you do refresh. Right click, refresh. Okay, I don't think it is refreshing the data. Okay, it did. Okay, so there was a delay, and it did. So now we don't have that month at all, so that row is gone now. Okay, so you can see it. Okay, so so you can save it in your Excel whenever you open it next time. Okay, so let's see, I'm saving it in my desktop, and I'll open it next time, and enable content. Okay, and then I have it here. So let's say I remove month 6 for a test. Okay, and then let's see how that works. Run query. Okay, so I deleted the data for June as well, and it deleted 1.3 million rows. So let's go back to Excel and do a refresh again. and keep a watch on the status bar, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to click refresh. It's running the query in background, and yes, it's doing it. Okay, so if you want to cancel the query, you can either click on this or press escape, I think, so it will cancel the query. So now we don't have data for June as well as this. Okay, so that's it. But this data won't be refreshed automatically every time when you open the Excel. You have to right click and do a refresh here. Okay, that's when the query will be executed, and then it will get you the result. So I hope this tutorial is very useful for you. And again, the product is still in primitive version, I would say, because there are quite a lot of things that we still want to do with BigQuery and Excel. But I think the driver is making a good start, and there are quite few bugs, so I hope that will get fixed, and then if there is any update, I will post a new set of videos. And good luck with this, and again, don't forget to buy my book and read about BigQuery, so that way this tutorial will make much more sense to you. Thank you.